Hi folks, welcome back. Thank you for watching. Please do hit subscribe if you haven't done so yet. It really does help when you do that. So today folks, I have a fantastic fuzz find to show you. Now, as regulars to this channel might know, I've recently released a brand new studio album, and on one of the songs on the album, which I'll link to up there now just in case you're interested, I wanted to explore some different fuzz sounds, because I love fuzz, but I don't tend to go too much further than like tone benders and occasionally a fuzz face. That's about my limit. So I wanted to explore some different tones. So on that song, there's like a buzz around replica, a zonk machine, an FZ1, things like that. But I also knew I wanted to explore some vintage electro-harmonic Big Muff tones, because I love the Big Muff sound, but I've never gone too deep into it myself. So I watched lots of videos online of vintage pedals and kind of worked out that the first iteration of the pedal, the Triangle Big Muff, was the one that I most gravitated towards. Now, lots of pedal companies make their versions of Big Muffs, especially like the Pi and the Ram's Head, but it seems like the Triangle Big Muff is a bit of a niche thing and not too many people make really good replicas of it. And when it comes to Big Muff replicas, there are two pedal companies that repeatedly rise to the top of the pile. You've got Wren Cuff, but also Stomp Under Foot, both based over in the US. So I did some digging, and fortunately for me, this pedal here was available on eBay here in the UK. So I grabbed it, and I'm so glad that I did because it sounds phenomenal. This here is the Stomp Under Foot Tri-Muff. Now, you can go onto the Stomp Under Foot website. It's a one-man operation run by a chap called Matt. And he's like the Big Muff guy. Like, he knows everything about vintage Big Muffs. And he still makes a Triangle Muff, but this one here is a limited edition, because this is the Robert Fripp version of the Triangle Muff that he built in very, very limited numbers, with new old stock vintage components throughout. So you probably won't find one of these exact pedals, but if you do, grab it, because this one is stunning. Now, I emailed Matt and he told me that one of his friends is a big King Crimson guy and he wanted Robert Fripp's fuzz sound. So he did some digging and found out that Robert Fripp used a 1972 pedal called the Foxey Lady, which is basically a rebranded Triangle Big Muff. Now, even within the Triangle Big Muff, the circuit varied a lot. I think between 69 and 84 and all different versions of the Big Muff, there's over 200 different schematics that Matt has. So even within this sort of actual kind of model of the pedal, the differences are quite varied. So he dug out all of his 1972 schematics, built them all up, and chose the one that sounded closest to Robert Fripp's fuzz sound. And his friend loved it, said it nailed the tone. And that's the version I have here. So there's very few of these in circulation. So what I'm going to do today, folks, is just plug this pedal in and run you through the sounds it can create. Big Muffs aren't the most versatile fuzz. They certainly don't clean up in the same way that like a tone bender or a fuzz face does. They kind of have their sound and that's it, but it's a phenomenal sound. And when you dial one in, it is just godly. So I'm going to run you through everything this pedal can do today. So please do comment underneath, folks. I love chatting nerdy guitar stuff with you folks down in the comments section. And without further ado, here we go.